Sending music.
Let us bow our heads and pray. We thank you, Heavenly Father, for the blessing of this day. We now pray thee that you guide us through this launch, that everything be guided by you and by your Holy Spirit. We pray all this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you very much. And my name is George Kayake. I'm the coordinator of this project. Thank you. At this point in time, may I invite the Director General of Safod to give us an opening speech. Thank you.
Representatives from government ministries or departments, representatives from Safod and its affiliates, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Safod, I have the pleasure to welcome you all to the official launch of the Assistive Technology Information Mapping project. Safod, as you know, is a leading Southern Africa disability-focused network engaged in coordination of activities of organizations of persons with disabilities. The organization was formed in 1986 by persons with disabilities for persons with disabilities with a strong presence in 10 countries. In each of these countries, we coordinate our programs and activities through our national affiliate federations. It is great to see all of you here this morning to witness the commencement of probably one of the most innovative initiatives as far as disability and inclusive development in general are concerned in Botswana and the entire Southern Africa. Indeed, this project is going to be a game changer, as we believe it is going to be a significant shift from the current manner of how we view and understand assistive technology. As you will get to hear later during the presentation, the goal of this project is mapping out the availability of different types of assistive technology, 18 in 10 countries in Southern Africa. In the long run, we want to see a significant increase of 18 in Botswana and other countries. We believe that such increase will not only help to improve the general welfare of persons with disabilities who will be using such 18, but also the entire society that stands to benefit as a result of enhanced participation of persons with disabilities in national development and in the day-to-day life. Ladies and gentlemen, let me mention that it has been a long time since Safod, together with its key partners, the University of Washington, Afrinit, and Timaki, started putting our heads together, figuring out how we were going to go about implementing this project, considering that it is going to be the first time such a project is being delivered in this part of Africa. Being an almost unknown territory, it has not been easy to put the ideas together. But one thing that has always been clear right from the beginning is the fact that many persons with disabilities can hardly access 80. And that something needs to be done to address this gap. And it must be done now. We've come to realize that one of the key factors contributing to this lack of access to AT is simply lack of information about the availability of AT within the target countries. It is therefore in this context that we are now starting this project that is going to develop a data system which will be used to capture, organize, and map the current availability of AT within the targeted countries. We believe that this will create a baseline against which increased access can be measured. It will also bring to light the gap between availability and need. In understanding this gap, there is the potential to increase the key factors to increase access to AT. Ladies and gentlemen, as alluded to earlier, knowing that this is a new concept altogether, we thought it would make sense that we pilot the project in Botswana first before we can scale it up in other countries, so that the lessons we can learn during the 1 year of the pilot phase can be used to shape the project and effectively replicate the results elsewhere. As Safod, we are happy to have partners like the University of Washington and AFRINIT who will really provide technical support, including evaluation of the results during this pilot phase. In addition, we are also glad to have a technology partner like Timagi, who have developed a technology system called ComCare that will be used in this project to collect and provide information about AT availability. ComCare is open source and is designed for use in the low resource settings. It is a flexible system that can be easily modified to meet the needs of different users. The nitty-gritty information about how this is going to be done will be fully explained during the presentation, which I must not preempt. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope that you will all support the project, because the results of the project will assist an organization like Safod. If you are an organization dealing with, for example, issues of environment, you appreciate how this project can contribute towards the work that you're doing. This increased AT uptake will enhance the effective participation of men and women in your work. So is the same scenario with organizations dealing with human rights, gender, entrepreneurship, health, education, just to mention a few examples. Let me take this opportunity to acknowledge the support that we've received from Safod throughout the preparation of this event, as well as of the preparation of the project in general. As some of you may be aware, the Botswana Federation of the Disabled is our official affiliate organization in Botswana. We can therefore not implement any project or activity as Safod without Safod. The commitment of Safod members and the officers has made this event possible, and I must really say thank you to all members present here. Finally, I must also acknowledge everyone present here for taking your precious time to participate in this launch, especially at very short notice. Yes, we should have done better to ensure that we send the invitations early, but other factors beyond our control made things difficult. This is why we do not take it for granted that you have left other important engagements and graced this occasion. To all of you, thank you for being here. Welcome and enjoy the launch. God bless you all.
That was the opening remarks from the Director General of Southern African Federation of Disabled. Before I start talking about the project itself, I thought that I should give you a quick snapshot about Safod. When we say Safod, what is Safod? Safod stands for Southern Africa Federation of the Disabled. And it was formed in 1986 by disabled people, for disabled people, as a Federation of Disabled People's Organization in Southern Africa. When you look at the age of Safod, it's been there for some time. We're talking about 1986. And now, this year is 2016. What that means is that we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of Safod. So it is a unique year because one, we are celebrating our 30th anniversary, and because two, this is the year when we are launching a very unique project called AT Info Map. And three, it is a year when the strategic development goals being initiated, from 2016. So it's really a unique year for us as Safod. And also let me mention that Safod, it's a leading disability focused network. Recently we did carry a research to map TPOs in Southern Africa. And we found out that in Southern Africa, the only existing structure currently is Safod. So it's a leading disability focused network in Southern Africa. We are engaged in coordination of activities of TPOs in Southern Africa. And we have strong presence in 10 countries. And these countries include Botswana, Angola, Mozambique, Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Lesotho, South Africa, and what else? Yeah, I think I've mentioned all the 10 countries, and Swaziland. And our role is to connect programs and activities through national affiliates. The Director General in his speech, he did acknowledge the contribution that Safod has made towards this project throughout the preparations. And he did mention also that as Safod, we cannot implement or coordinate activities in these 10 countries without these federations, without these member organizations. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what Safod is all about. Now, in terms of the project itself, what is the vision of the project? What do we aim to achieve? In this project, we aim to map the availability of different types of assistive technology in Southern Africa. That's what we aim to achieve in this project. And the purpose is, one, to connecting persons with disabilities to the available AT near their community, providing AT access. And number three is informing AT suppliers, manufacturers, and designers of unmet demand. So you can see from the presentation that it's quite an ambitious project, because we want to really connect persons with disability to available AT near their community, based on the need that currently it is difficult for persons with disabilities in communities to know, those who are in need of AT, to really know where assistive technology is, So this project will help to really connect so that they're able to understand where they can get different types of assistive technologies. And in terms of the background of the project, the project is being supported by Google, and this follows our submission of a proposal to Google under what is known as Impact Challenge, the Google program called Impact Challenge, and which focuses on technology-based solutions and also focuses on high risk and high impact. For more information about the Google program, Impact Challenge, we have a link there which will give you all the information about what that program is all about. Now the question is, what motivated Safod, University of Washington, Afrilead, and DMARC to sit down and decide to embark on this project? What is it that actually motivated us? Number one, we had to look at the problems that are on the ground and the challenges that persons with disabilities face in relation to accessing AT. So number one is lack of awareness of what AT is available and where it is available. That lack of awareness is what actually motivated us to embark on this project. So that end users should be able to know where to find what they need, and so that advocates, providers, suppliers, and researchers and policymakers are able to understand what gaps are there. Lack of information and transparency to inform efforts to increase AT access. When it comes to developing new policies, new legislations, new programs at national levels, we can only achieve that if we have information, if we have data on the ground. If we don't have data, there isn't much that we can do in terms of coming up with policies and interventions. So lack of information and transparency to inform efforts to increase AT access. Currently, there is inadequate availability and quality of AT and inconsistent supply. That is what we believe is obtaining on the ground, but something that we are interested to really validate to what extent is it a problem. The next question, what is the solution? What is the solution? In this project, we intend to design what a system that will collect and display information about AT availability. And that is the reason why among the partners, the core partners that are involved in this project, we have DMARC, which is a technology partner that is experienced in designing what we call mobile apps and other technologies. So our technology partner will help us develop that system that will help us collect and display information about AT availability. And when we talk about the system, what types of data will be collected? What types of AT are available? We'll be seeking to collect the information that will help us understand what types of assistive technologies are available and where those products are located. Those are some of the questions that we want to be answered when we start implementing the project. Who will provide the data? AT providers such as hospitals, schools, NGOs, DPOs, businesses. These are some of the partners that we are going to collaborate with, some of the actors that will be involved in this project. And then the next question is, who will use the data? Number one, of course, Safod. That's why we are implementing the project. End users of AT, providers and suppliers of IT, government, funders, researchers, and advocates. So you can see that it's a wide range of stakeholders that are going to use the data for various purposes. What system will be used? An existing app, mobile application called ComCare will be designed, tested, and implemented to meet the aims of this project. The app, which is going to be designed and developed by our technology partner, Dimani. ComCare, what are the features related to the ComCare system? One, it is open source, meaning it's free. You can access it free. You don't have to pay for it. And number two, designed for low resource environments. Number three, use of multiple devices. So you can use a smartphone, you can use a basic phone, you can use a laptop for you to be able to access the data or to enter the data. So it's really flexible because you can use different types of gadgets. It's customizable for different purposes or uses. So this application we are talking about, it's not necessarily for generating data related to assistive devices. It's meant to generate data for everything that you think of, you know. So in this project, because we can use the application to generate data for everything else. So in this project, we are intending to utilize it for purposes of assistive technologies. It can use multiple languages, so it's not only English. If you want to use Setswana, or Xhosa, or whatever language that you want, you can customize it so that, yeah. And then modalities, text, images, video, audio. It's an interesting app because the features that go with the app, you know, you can use text, you can use images, you can upload images, you can use video, you can use audio to do whatever you want to do with the app, to generate data and to store data. Now, since the beginning, we've been speaking about the core partners of this project, which is Safod, University of Washington, Afrinet, and Dimani. And what are these? What are the roles of these partners on this project? Safod is the lead implementing partner, and Dimani is, like I mentioned earlier, our technology partner. So basically, they're the ones who are going to design the ComCare, testing and training. University of Washington, they will be responsible for fiscal management, coordination, liaison with Google, and Afrinet monitoring and evaluation, project website management. So as a partnership, every partner has got specific roles to play on this project, so as to achieve synergy. What is the scope and scale of the project? In terms of the scope, we are looking at implementing the project in the 10 Safod countries that I mentioned earlier. However, this is a 3-year project from 2016 to 2019. But for us to be able to achieve the long-term goal, we need to pilot this project in a specific country so that we're able, at least for the first year, we are able to see what lessons can we generate so that will help us to scale up the project to other countries as effectively as possible. What is it are we expected to learn in the first 1 year? For us to do that, we need to pilot the project in a specific country. And in our case, we chose Botswana as a country where we're going to pilot the project on the basis that Safod Secretariat is also based in Botswana. So logistically, it is more convenient to pilot the project for a year in Botswana. And the project will cost $717,000 in total. In terms of the timeline, we have there, as you can see, March 1st, 2016. And then we have the launch, which is today, April 19th. And then we have March 1st, 2017. March 1st, 2016, we are looking at the setting up of the project itself. Basically, preparatory activities, like staffing, contracts, planning, etc. The launch, April 19th, this is what we are doing today. Launching the project, and as earlier mentioned, it's being piloted in Botswana. And during this phase, we are looking at recruiting participants, developing and testing the app, evaluating the app, modifying the app, planning for scale up. And then by March 1st, 2017, we'll be looking at scaling up the project itself to the 9 other Safod countries to participate in the scaling up. Now, what sort of data are we going to be collecting? What data to collect on AT availability? In terms of the nature of the data, it's at different levels, and we were looking at simple or easy type of information that we are able to generate, and then we're also looking at the complex or difficult or complex nature of information that we are able to collect and analyze. And in terms of the specific data that we'll be collecting, we're looking at geographical location. Yeah, if you want to collect data about an assistive device, we'll be interested to know the geographical location, where is it available, name of provider. You know, that's why we want to work with suppliers as well. Type of provider, AT category covered by provider, because we know there will be different types of categories. So we want to know how many each of the categories are we covering. Quantity of supply, because we want to link this to demand, what sort of demand, the levels of demand and levels of supply. We can only determine that if we know the quantity of supply disaggregated based on the locations. Cost of products, because that is also